Welcome, dear students. So, today I am going to teach you the rest of the chapter from Beehive, that is my childhood, which is an extract from the autobiography of APJ Abdul Kalam. So, before we proceed with the chapter, let's have a quick look at what we did in the last video. So, here is the recap. Abdul Kalam was born in a middle class Tamil family in Rameshwaram in 1931. Though Kalam belonged to a middle class family, yet his father provided him with all the basic necessities. Abdul Kalam had a secure childhood both materially and emotionally. Kalam earned his first wages by working as helper to his cousin Samsuddin, who distributed newspapers in Rameshwaram. So he helped him in collecting the newspaper which was being thrown from the train. Kalam inherited qualities like honesty and self discipline from his father, and faith in goodness and kindness from his mother. Abdul Kalam had three friends in childhood. They were Ramanand Shastri, Aravindan, and Shiva Prakashan, who belonged to Orthodox Hindu family. When Kalam was in 5th standard, a teacher came to the class and on seeing a Muslim boy, that is Abdul Kalam, seated with a Hindu boy, that is Ramanand Shastri, got annoyed and immediately asked Kalam to sit on the back seat of the class. This made the Hindu boy cry, and when he saw his friend crying, it left a everlasting impression on his mind and heart. So let's start with the seventh para. After school, we went home and told our respective parents about the incident. So both the children, Kalam and Ramanand Shastri, they went back home and they told the incident what happened in the school. Lakshmana Shastri, Ramanand's father and the highest priest in the Rameshwaram temple, he summoned the teacher. Summoned means he immediately called the teacher, and in our presence, in our means in the presence of Kalam and Ramanand, told the teacher that he should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. So he very strictly told not to spread such kind of poison of social inequality and not to misguide the children on the basis of religion because their minds are very young, they are innocent children. He bluntly asked the teacher to either apologize or quit the school and the island, and very strictly he told the teacher either to apologize for what he has done or he can leave the school and Rameshwaram both. Not only did the teacher regret his behavior, but the strong sense of conviction Lakshman Shastri conveyed ultimately reformed this young teacher. So, this incident and the way Lakshman Shastri put his opinion in front of the teacher made the teacher regret what he has done. He was also a completely changed man. On the whole, the small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid in terms of segregation of different social groups. However, my science teacher Siva Subramania Iyer, though an orthodox Brahmin with a very conservative wife, was something of a rebel. So, Siva Subramaniam Iyer and the people like Lakshman Shastri, they were trying to bridge the gap between the society, what the people has developed with regard to religion, or you can say the social status. So they were trying to build this gap. And Siva Subramaniam, he was a very orthodox Brahmin, and his wife was a very conservative lady of very old thinking. Yet he was a rebel because he just want to bridge this gap. He want to finish this gap of social indifference. He did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. He was of a thought that these social barriers should be broken so that people from all areas of the society could mingle with each other. Whether we talk about in religion, a religious point of view, whether we talk about the rank in the society, he just want to bridge that gap. He used to spend hours with me and would say, Kalam, I want you to develop so that you are on par with the highly educated people of the big city. So he used to spend long hours talking to Kalam, and he told him that I wanted you, that you should grow up and you should be on par, means parallel with the highly educated people of the society. Your thoughts should be like the highly educated people, not like the people of the small place like Rameshwaram, who believe in the caste discrimination or who believes in the society discrimination. One day he invited me to his home for a meal. His wife was horrified at the idea of a Muslim boy being invited to dine in her ritually pure kitchen. So one day his science teacher invited Kalam to his house to have a dinner with him. When his wife came to know that a Muslim boy is going to dine in her ritually cleaned kitchen, she got horrified. She refused to serve me in her kitchen. She straight away refused to serve Kalam in her kitchen because he was Muslim. Siva Subramania Iyer was not perturbed, nor did he get angry with his wife, but instead served me with his own hands and sat down beside me to eat his meal. So when his wife acted in such a way, Siva Subramania Iyer, he did not get disturbed by this activity of his wife, this act of his wife. Instead of that, what he did, he made Kalam sit in the kitchen, he served him food, and not only that, he sat beside him and ate with him. His wife watched us from behind the kitchen door, and all this thing was watched by science teacher's wife. She was noticing everything, she was watching everything. And Kalam was that time he was thinking ki I wondered whether she had observed any difference in the way I ate rice, drank water, or cleaned the floor after the meal. And he was thinking that only. I hope she must have noticed that there was no difference in the way I ate and his sir ate, the way he both of us drank water, the both of us cleaned the floor after having the food. So see, my dear children, all these things we see in our society many times, in our homes also we see. So now we have to come up because we are educated enough to know that all these things are not right. So now it's our duty to change all these things which is prevalent in our society. This is all bad practices, I according to me, which is prevalent in our society. When I was leaving house, Siva Subramania Iyer invited me to join for dinner again the next weekend. So again he invited him that to come to have dinner with him the next weekend. Observing my hesitation, he told me not to get upset, saying, once you decide to change the system, such problems have to be confronted. So when he saw that Kalam was hesitating in accepting the proposal, he said that, see, my dear child, once you decide, see, there are many wrong things prevalent in our society. If we want to change old those old systems, we have to face such situation. See, it is not easy to bring change, but if you are determined to bring change, you have to face such things. When I visited his house the next week, Sivar Subramania Ayer's wife took me inside her kitchen and served me food with her own hands. See, now she is also reformed, totally she is changed person. So next time when Kalam visited, she herself took him to the to her kitchen, so called the ritually pure kitchen, and she served him food with her own hands. See, if the teacher would have acted in other way means, suppose instead of being cool and calm, not saying anything to his wife, if he would have shouted on his wife or fought for this, I don't think so there would be any change in his wife's behavior. The way he handled the situation made his wife a completely changed woman. So I too expect from you all to bridge the differences which is prevalent in our society. Don't be part of these systems. according these systems, because according to me, if you are having such kind of thoughts in your mind, see, at some point these things will hinder your growth. So rise above all these things. Try to rise above all these things and try to bridge the gap which is prevalent in our orthodox society. Then the Second World War was over and India's freedom was imminent. Indians will build their own India, declared Gandhiji. So now, finally, the World War was over and India's freedom was imminent, was sure. So India will build their own India, declared Gandhiji. The whole country was filled with an unprecedented optimism. Unprecedented means the things which they haven't seen before. Optimism means the positive thought. So I asked my father for permission to leave Rameshwaram and study at the headquarters in Ramananthapuram. So he asked his dad to pursue his studies in Ramananthapuram. He told me as if I thinking aloud, Abul, I know you have to go away to grow. So his father was a, though not very educated, but he was a practical man. So he said, I know Abdul that you have to move from your place, from your home to grow. And does the seagull not fly across the sun alone and without a nest? So he gave the example of a seagull. The seagull also leave the nest and its parents to learn to fly. That means in order to grow, you have to leave your home. He quoted Khalil Gibran to my hesitant mother. Khalil Gibran is a Lebanese writer. So he hesitated his quote, he quoted a quote of his to his mother because his mother was not willing to send Kalam to other place. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. So he said, your children are not your children. That means you have given them birth, but they are not your children. They have their own thoughts. Life is waiting for them outside. So let them go. They come through you, but not from you. That means you have given them birth, right? But not from you means not, they can't work according to your thoughts. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. So he told his wife, explained his wife that they come from you because you have given them birth. You can give your love to them, but you cannot make them think according to you. They have their own thinking, their own thoughts. So let them free, let them grow, let them fly. Don't hinder their growth by making them stay with you or creating any obstacle for them by not letting them free. So he asked his mother to let Kalam go outside Rameshwaram to pursue his study. See, now with this, we come to the end of the chapter. I would like all of you to just write down three things which you have learned. If you know more than that, if you can write more than that, but three things which you have learned from this chapter. And believe me, whatever Kalam learned in his childhood, it helped him to grow, it helped him in his future life. That's why he is the most loved president, not only the president, but the human being on this earth. People love him immensely. That's why he became such an eminent statesman also, because all these thoughts which he has learned in his childhood, it helped him a lot in his political career also. So with this, we come to the end of the chapter. So have a great day. Bye bye.